So TJ, another update for you. May 5th. We'll start off, I guess, with the food here. It's probably about that time. I Probably about that time for me to start tracking again, and I will actually. I'll start with this. I forgot that I would be. I don't know why I forgot, but just so much stuff going on. Sometimes I just forget about dates. I'll be traveling tomorrow to Los Angeles for a bachelor party weekend. My friend's getting married in a couple of weeks, so I'll be traveling this weekend, tomorrow morning till Monday, and then the weekend of the 21st, I'll be traveling again then. So um, I was not able to go today, and I won't be able to go tomorrow. Obviously, just I had too many things to do between work and unfortunately, as much as I tossed and turned with it last night, I think working out was one of those things where I was gonna have to cut that. You know, that has not happened a lot in this at all with me, and it's not gonna be a habit. Even when I have to travel, I'm able to get some kind of work in most of the time. But today just wasn't one of those days. I just couldn't see it or make it work, unfortunately. So I would like to run week 4 over again next week, so I can finish out the way I'm supposed to finish out. And then the weekend after that, we can do like a rest week or two, if that's all right with you, because I'll be finished with that training block. And then we can start. And then the weekend that week would be the wedding, and then maybe another week for rest, and then we can start with the next block if that's okay with you. So it kind of works out in a way, but that's kind of what I've been thinking. As far as in that block, I'm going to start tracking my foods and everything. Like I think for every block that I start, I'm going to start over with tracking my food and tracking everything so that I can make sure that I'm on point for what I need to do. I think it's about that time I started tracking my food anyway, especially my protein intake. I don't think I'm getting quite enough. And that just comes from also me not putting enough protein in the house. I have a lot of carbs in here, and I'm able to get the energy to sustain it, but I'm not getting enough protein, not as much as I would like. So definitely gonna start tracking that again. This weekend, I'm probably gonna eat like a pig. These are my best friends from high school. Probably gonna be a lot of In-N-Out burger, a lot of junk food. So I'm not tripping about it. I haven't seen my friends in a long time, so I'm gonna let myself have a good time this weekend, and let loose, let my hair down, and then come back and dial it in before sevens really starts to start. So, um, so yeah, hydration is good. Hydration is always the thing that I keep up with, especially being here in Florida. I mean, California gets so dry. Hydration is good. Sleep is getting better. I'm getting better, getting used to that damn mattress, and so I'm getting better. Been getting much better recovery scores, and I've been feeling much more well rested. Still tossing and turning a little bit, but I'm a tosser and turner. But I'm still getting good 7.5 hours sleep. So that's good. Um, as far as the workouts themselves, everything is good. This block definitely raised my confidence level a little bit, in the sense that a lot of these lifts, one, I haven't touched some of these weights in a long time. I've been near, like even for the deadlifts. And again, my mindset this time around is not so that I can lift the most weight. It's just that coming back from an injury and being 32 or whatever, being able to get near these weights again, get the strength and power back and explosiveness back is done great for my mentality and just how my confidence in myself. I don't think I've ever been able to reverse lunge 220 pounds before, and just it felt easy. It felt like if I wanted to, I could probably put 225 or 245 on the bar and do that. And I just never thought I'd be able to do that. Even with having an athletic background, I never thought I would be able to, have single leg strength like that. And so that's done a lot of, this block especially has done a lot for my mental and how I view myself, and being back in the weight room. I feel strong. I look strong. People are saying, and they come up to me when I'm out in the field doing sprints or doing my sprint training or my skill session or whatever, and they come out and say, "Hey, what sport you play?" And I tell them rugby, and they're like, "Well, you look like it," and that makes me feel good. So Now it just I the next part about, and I haven't felt like that. The last time I felt like that, I think I told you when we first started this, was when I was like 180 something pounds going into the season, and I had my best season of club rugby, I thought. Um, and that's the lot, and that was a couple seasons ago. So not and but I didn't have the aerobic base that I have now, and which leads me into the next point where I had my low and slow session yesterday, and I remember just how hard I actually have to work now to get my heart rate up to 150. And I remember like before. Even when I first got back and like running and getting back to get my heart rate up, like it wasn't hard to do. But now I really have to to keep it there, I really have to focus and really, this is a level that my body's at now, and this is a level that my aerobic fitness is at now, and it hasn't been at this level for a very long time. And so I hope that I can keep climbing that ladder, and it'll all translate to me being a more confident player on the field. And that's just, that's the final test, I think, for me now. Waiting for me now is how will all this translate on the field? How will all this time and how will all this work that I put in the weight room translate to me being able to execute what I want to do and what I need to do on the field? So, but other than that, man, I think it's going well. Ready to start putting all this shit together and like I said, getting and showing what I can do and get back on the field and doing my thing. So, don't have anything much else to that other to update with you other than that. The workouts have been good. I've been consistent. The weight has come on, and sticking around 185, 186, 187 area, and that makes me really happy. So yeah, now it's just solidifying that mental, and that mental block. I'm still not 100% confident in my body just yet. I'm not like my left knee, my right Achilles, which is the one I tore, I feel pretty good on. But my left leg and my left hip and my left Achilles have been sore, and I know it's because of like you explained, ramping things back up and stuff like that. But it just puts coming back from an injury like that, it just makes me a little bit, puts that little twinge of fear in the back of my head of is this going wrong again to the point where I'm going to tear my Achilles again? I ignored it the last time and I ended up with a ruptured Achilles. Am I ignoring it this time? And is it going to rupture? And do I have another year recovery? And these are the things, and maybe they're irrational or whatever, but this is what, these are the things I think of. And I don't want to say it's held me back from executing in my workouts, but it's definitely been in the back of my mind. And I'm trying to work that out so that I'm not thinking about it anymore. That when I start working out, I'm confident in being able to do whatever I need to do and being able to execute whatever I need to execute. And so that's where I'm at, man. And like I said, I appreciate your help and your insights to all these things as much as possible. So thank you.